Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Arctic Gaming. As your host Arctic Sun here. In today's video we are going to be showing a Blitz Ace tutorial, how to get Blitz Ace, the last overdrive for Tidus, before you leave the Thunder Plains, basically. And a lot of people are like, that's 80 overdrives, or how do you do that? We're going to be explaining all that in today's video. So, first, you're going to be doing a lot of training in the Thunder Plains, so I suggest you gear up with yellow defensive equipment, so that way you have Thunder Ward, which really helps. And I suggest you gear up with any water weapons that you have, because it's going to be very helpful. Tidus's Brotherhood is exactly what you need for this training, and to gain Blitz Ace this early, it helps a tremendous amount in this specific area. So let's start out with the area and why. You want to get Blitz Ace in the Thunder Plains just for the sole fact that you have a huge advantage with Tidus's Brotherhood sword, thanks to its water strike and all of its other perks, which I think is strength plus 15%. So that's quite a bit. And you do a lot of damage to all the fiends here with just him. And you want to do most of your damage with him to gain overdrives, to farm overdrives for Blitz Ace. And in case no one knows, to get Blitz Ace it takes 80 overdrives. So you have to complete an overdrive and actually get that line in that bar that it wants you to do before the time runs out, or if you fail it, it doesn't count. So you have to actually perform the overdrive perfectly. So that's 80 perfect overdrives. And it's not easy, it's time consuming, it's tedious, sometimes it's irritating and frustrating because it just takes a very long time. I believe it took me somewhere around 5 hours to do this. So it's not the fastest method, I'm not saying that, but it is a method that I like to use just because I feel like you should have Blitz Ace sooner. It's kind of like Final Fantasy VII, where you have to get to Cloud's Omni Slash and you get it very late in the game. You can choose to do that with Tidus. You can get it a little later in the game, maybe around the Calm Lands area, but I choose to do it here in the Thunder Plains. And like I already explained, it's because you get an advantage with his water sword. Plain and simple, that easy. So what you're going to see me do here is I defend a lot with my characters. Yuna's there for healing, and in the earlier stages of the training, you want to use Null Shock. And Null Shock makes it to where basically none of these fiends can damage you. There's only a few fiends that can damage you, like you see here, this Iron Giant. He will do a lot of physical damage, and Tidus basically does nothing to him. For me, he's doing almost 600 damage. That's because I've trained a lot and got about to obtain Blitz Ace, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm only like 2 overdrives off. But, I'll have... And you want to have your party set up to whoever you use. Like, I don't care who you use, but me personally, I use Tidus, Riku, Yuna, or Tidus, Waka, Riku. It depends if I want to use summons in the game or if I don't want to use summons in the game, but I really prefer using summons, so this is my key party in this game. Sometimes I can swap out Riku for Waka. Just depends on how I feel in the game later on. You can do that really easily and use whoever you want, but I prefer this party setup, and the reason is you can steal so much shit with Riku and bribe so much shit with Riku that you can get so many cool items, and those items can be used for customization for some attack weapons or defensive gear, like swords, shields, stuff like that, or it can be used to give you your Aeons better abilities. So like you can teach them Protect, you can teach them Curaga, you can teach them Thundaga, all that cool stuff. So that's the reason why I use Riku. And so in this particular area I'm using this party. I always use this party, but Yuna's there for healing and Null Shock. Tidus is there to attack everything, and the reason for this is because he has Warrior on his overdrive gauge, so each attack fills his overdrive gauge a little bit to a lot, depending on the creatures you attack. And I notice if you do an one-hit kill, it basically gives you a lot more meter as well. I'm going to call the overdrive gauge meter, so if anyone's wondering, that's what that is. But I can get my overdrive with Tidus in about 1 to 2 fights. And that's by using just him to attack, Yuna to heal and use Null Shock, and Riku to steal. And then once she can't steal anything, she defends, and Yuna defends until she can heal. And Tidus just goes all out. So basically Tidus just keeps attacking, so his overdrive gauge keeps filling, and then by 2 games you should have an overdrive, and you should be able to use that overdrive. So every 2 to 3 games you have an overdrive already. Bam. So that takes about maybe 5 to 10 minutes to get the overdrive and then use the overdrive. So you're looking at about at least 5 sometimes even 10 if you're Mr. Speedy Gonzalez. You can get 10 overdrives in an hour. So that's pretty fast if you think about it, getting 10 overdrives in an hour, even 5 overdrives an hour. If I do 5 hours divided by 10 overdrives an hour, I got, or sorry, 5 hours divided by 50 overdrives, because after energy rain I had already had energy rain up to this point, so I only needed 50 more overdrives. So divided by 50, you get 10 overdrives an hour. So that's not bad. That's about what I was averaging, but you can get at least 5 if you're going at a slower pace, if you're having issues getting the overdrives, if you don't have Warrior yet, if you're using Stoic, Comrade, whatever. And I understand that you can only get 5 overdrives an hour, if that. But if you're using Warrior, that's what I really recommend. Slayer can give you a lot as well, but it's only when you kill them. When you kill them, you can get a lot more. Say with that one hit that Tidus got, you would have got way more for Slayer than you did for Warrior. That's the only benefit. But with Warrior, say for the Iron Giant or these Elementals, you're going to have to attack several times, so you can get a little more meter. So it kind of helps out there. But I really suggest using Warrior and just defend with the other two, still with Riku on occasion, and heal with Yuna, and Null Shock with Yuna, and then just attack with Tidus and run around this sphere. There's a sphere here after Rin's shop, and it's gonna be right next to a lightning rod. And what you can do is you can just run around that lightning rod, farm your overdrives. When you get low on health or MP, just touch the save sphere and just keep running around. And it's like 2 feet away from that lightning rod, so you don't have to go far to heal, get a full heal basically. So, and you can save whenever you want right there in 2 seconds. So I really recommend using that exact spot. I know it's boring just rotating your stick around and around and around until you get in a battle, but that's what I did, and it took me 5 hours of grinding. I split it up into 3 days, so 2 hours, 2 hours, 1 hour, and I got it with no time really spent at all. So if you just run around that little lightning rod, you can just save whenever you want or heal whenever you want, so you just keep farming overdrives. So it's the easiest way, to me, to get Blitz Ace. To me, this is the easiest method to get Blitz Ace before you even hit Macalania Woods. And that is insane because most people don't have it until they're in the Comlands. This gives you a huge, to me, a huge benefit and a huge, what's the word I'm looking for? Huge, whatever it is, a huge lead on the opposition, basically. So that's kind of why this is important. And Blitz Ace is there. It is. There it is, while we're talking. That's even better, actually, now that we got it right now. And we'll do a little demonstration of what it looks like in a second. But not only do you get Blitz Ace through all this training, but your characters get so much stronger. So for like the rest of the game, you are overpowered as can be. Now we'll look at my characters. They each got over 2,000 health. And we'll do some levels here in a second. I got 159,000 gil. Let me auto sort my items. I have a ton of items. I have 99 light curtains, almost 99 lunar curtains, so I can teach anything auto protect if I want to. Or teach Aeon's protect. I've gotten so far in the sphere grid with these 3 characters that they're overpowered as can be. We'll just level up these guys real quick. And then I'll show you guys how far I am in their sphere grids. Alright. Let's check this out. So the starting is up there for Yuna. You can tell where I started. You can tell where Riku started and is ended. It's just a long way. So it's a lot of sphere levels, a lot of grinding. So I'm just OP as can be right now. My stats, Tidus has 38 strength. That is insane for this part of the game. That is just so much damage with just one slice. She does as much damage as Auron and Kamari right now. And we just got Auron, and he's supposed to be one of the better ones, and she does as much damage as he does. She has 56 magic, so she is already twice as powerful as Lulu. So if she gets a black magic spell, she is going to be phenomenal. She's going to be absolutely insane. So that's how you guys get Blitz Ace at this part in the game. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe. And this next video will be a little bit of tutorial of what Blitz Ace does. So If you guys like it, it's kind of like Cloud's Omni Slash, so I kind of like it. But it does a lot of damage, does the most damage out of all the overdrives, so that's why I recommend using this guide to get it. But that's how I got it, and I really hope you guys use this to get your guys' Blitz Ace if you guys ever play this game. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy. This is going to be Blitz Ace.